Good evening, YouTube. It is I, Peltrack Nerd, with the haul of February of 2025. Today, we are getting some movies, there are some figures, there are, your shows, or whatever. So, come with me and check it out. Let's start with the obvious stuff, and then we can go for the deep cuts, maybe? Yeah, sure. Stream on 4K. Yeah. I mean, what is there to be said about this movie that hasn't been on already? You know, I think I'm more familiar with like the parody, scary movie and so on. But like it's it's kind of one of those like I don't need all of them because they made like 12 more. It feels like, but yeah, I just figured that I get it, and then yeah, this is bought locally, so it has the Nordic synopsis there, if you will, huh? Swedish, Norwegian, Danish, and Finnish. So yeah, yeah, it's probably standard. Nothing too special about this, honestly. Just like it is what it is. Yeah, 4K. I'm not sure how I feel about 4K yet. Like, obviously, like this is a older movie, probably an upscale. I'm guessing. Like, I don't suspect this is like a, but who knows? But at least it does come with a Blu-ray. So if that's more your thing, and you're not entirely sure about the whole thing, about the whole format yet, then there it is. So yeah, moving on. I've seen this movie like a bunch of times on TV, or at someone else's place, or maybe I borrowed it, maybe it's on streaming, whatever. Like I've seen it a bunch of times, basically. But yeah, it's one of those things. Like I kind of want to own it. Like it's a movie I like. I kind of want to own it, so I don't know what's gonna happen in the future. And I'm not sure if. So did you have to get the steelbook? It's like probably not, but it's I do like them. I do have quite a few of them to be honest. So yeah, but your Kung Fu Hustle, like if you make that like Shaolin Soccer on or Kung Fu Soccer, depending on like same sort of creator I think, but sort of same sort of style and humor as well. But like the name is a bit changed depending on the region. I'm pretty sure I know as Shaolin Kung Fu football, something like that. I don't know. But yeah, it's kind of a legendary series. I got the gang there all together. Spoiler. That's kind of fun. But yeah, gold looking case there. Got the main character. A lot of stuff that's important to the plot, kinda. But yeah, so if you like it, cool, man. Like if you yeah, I kind of have to. What are you gonna do? Next one is for the first time in I don't know how long. I actually bought a DVD. That being Terry Pratchett's The Hogfather. I could have sworn I saw this when I was in the UK. I don't know if it was on. I don't know if it's. I don't know if it was on TV or maybe someone else watched it. I don't know. But that's all right. This is really weird and silly and goofy, and I kind of dig it. But like, it wasn't sort of. I don't know if I was too young or my headspace wasn't quite there or whatever. Because it has that very sort of British style to it. So everything looks kind of janky. Like this could be an episode of Doctor Who, honestly. Like if it wouldn't be that insane, frankly. But yeah, pause and read if you feel so inclined. Yeah, we got some bonus features. 12 Days of Hogwatch, gallery, deleted scenes, making of the movie. All that good stuff that you probably knew, as we all log from DVDs and Blu-rays and what have you. But you can find those on streaming, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, inside is basically just very simple. Dual 2 discs, boom boom, done. Nothing too complicated. Yeah, so yeah, this is very weird to get DVDs. It's like apparently like someone, maybe it was Mill Creek over in the US, actually put together a Blu-ray of this. I know that probably might be out of print. But at least I want to have something. If I want to upgrade in the future, I can. But at least I have something. So yeah, DVD Hogfather. Let's see. Next one will make zero sense to anyone unless you're local, but they'll do it anyway. Fjalls to fjalls. I know, like, I'm not gonna even try to translate it. It doesn't make a ton of sense. Like, it's a black and white movie from 57. Yeah, 57. Under the Norwegian Film Classics label. You know, I don't know if you can compare it to, like, maybe something like Fawlty Towers, kind of, sort of, maybe. It's like sort of in yeah. Even got a sequel like a few years ago. That's interesting. But yeah, like I own 2 other from this line. Of this, so yeah, so it's nothing special, but it's, well, let's see. I think it has the synopsis there actually in both Norwegian and in English. If you feel like reading it, there you go. So I'm just saying Fawlty Towers, but in Norwegian, kinda, and in black and white, kinda, right? So it's, yeah, that's at least my opinion of it all. That makes 3 that I have in this. They're like, sort of as a side note, like this whole I don't know if you can call it imprint or label or whatever, because it's primarily crowdfunded to get it off the ground, and then this like local store sort of take care of distribution, sort of a wider, because I guess they have to show that there is some interest in it. I don't know. Yeah, there's like there's a Facebook group and everything, and yeah, they do movies from like all over the place. Frankly, there were 57. I want from 2000 something. Like there are a bunch of movies that were made that just aren't accessible anymore because of licensing and who owns what, who knows. And certainly in 1957, like no one expected, yeah, someday people would buy plastic round things and put content on and watch it in their homes. No one's thinking that. And on top of that, like at least here locally, like we don't really have a film industry as it were. So like stuff is usually made, put on theaters. Maybe it gets a physical release, and then you will never see it again unless it gets licensed for like a TV, or I happen to get on a streaming thing. There's a few times, but then it's gone, and then it's, who knows? It's kind of a thing. So yeah, or in the US, of course, they are better at it. Like you can get the catalog stuff from Warner Brothers and Disney and Universal and Paramount and what have you. Like even the Columbia stuff from under Sony and all that. But yeah, I kind of wanted to. So hey, it's the format that I'm quite happy about. So yeah, that's that. Next one is a figure. Of course it is. About a loose. Hopefully it's not a bot figure. Who knows? But yeah, it's maybe you can see it. It's a blonde dude in a green outfit. I don't have my knife here. Yeah, back again. Yeah, Fortnite. I don't know, like this is a weird sort of just creature of I don't know, because like if you remember like quite a while ago, like Fortnite was divided between like McFarlane and Jazzwares, and they sort of had this sort of I would sort of call it a sort of a happy, sort of very cordial sort of competition. Like they were kind of just doing different characters. They were never double up, effectively. And then obviously Jazzwares were doing the whole 6-inch, and McFarlane was doing 7-inch. So they never really stepped on anyone's toes, effectively. And I don't know, like where you see like Fortnite, obviously then more recently like Hasbro picked it up, and then they did some things, and then they stopped, which is weird. But yeah, because and now it's like this is basically my first sort of, because I don't like to mix and match. I sort of pick one and stick by it. So going to properties and whatnot. So I had a few of the McFarlane ones, but like, and they're fine. Like honestly, some of them are honestly awesome. Like Peely is fucking great. Like bananas with the soft sort of soft rubbery material. Like great. But yeah, Jazzwares is more sort of do anything else. I should have put it in the wash, because I am very afraid this might be a butt figure. Yeah, but basically this is very similar to something like a Marvel Legends. apparently, like there is a lot of ex Toy Biz guys over at Gaswares, or at least there was. Maybe that explains this monstrosity. No hinged fingers. Like this was a abandoned feature for a reason, guys. Absolutely. You know, the massive pins, so similar to the wrestling line. But yeah, obviously they did a bunch of stuff, right? They did like small stuff, bigger stuff, did some vehicles, I think. But yeah, this is just a solid, like a very solid sort of 6-inch Fortnite figure. And you might ask yourself, well, why did you go with the basic one? Because I do know, like, parts of Fortnite. Like you say that. You know, I know this Jones is like the default skin you get by not paying anything. So it's kind of like, yeah, but it's also like this works for me. So it's, I mean, there's like a handful of characters I kind of would want, but I don't know. Now it's like the eBay or nothing. So it's like, should I? Yeah, maybe. But yeah, oh, is the joint stuck? Oh no, actually ratcheted. Like this is what it doesn't. Yeah, it's just interesting. Yeah, interesting. And yeah, this is I thought the basic figure. Nothing too fancy. I can just like do all funky like that. Yeah, and then check out the accessories that it comes with. Now the fun part is actually like the Jazzware line came with a bunch of cool accessories, which I thought was really fun. The McFarlane one would usually come with a figure, the mining tool, whatever the fuck, and some back bling and a stand. That's it. Now I don't know why, how, or whatever, but Jasper seemed to just go like, yeah, let's give him more. So like we give like with Jones, we get like an extra face, another extra face. These are very small. My gorilla hands is not helping. I mean, you know, they're also cartoony, but I mean, so it's Fortnite, so it kind of works. Yeah, and also got swappable faces instead of a new head. So that's interesting. Obviously, the mining pick, like it's a mining pick. It looks that's actually what it looks like. It's kind of, you know, just a brown piece of plastic and some thing outside it. This probably painted and then, you know, down the ski. His backpack or back bling or whatever the kids are calling it. You know, we just put it in there. Yeah, done. A health pack. I mean, this works for any video game. You know, the obligatory medical pack. And whatever the hell this is, I don't know. This is supposed to be a thing, a suction cup of some kind. I don't know. And of course, his preferred boomstick, right? And it's always nicely painted. You know, I'd say it's nice. And it could be a lot worse. Let's be real. It could be a lot worse. So it's, you know, it looks like a gun, sort of. Has a sort of shiny-esque metal, and then some wood. Oh, wow. Some sort of details. That could be anything. You know, the can you actually do this? No, of course not. That'd be weird. I mean, I guess you probably could put some stuff. I don't know what they're called. Muzzle flares, if you want to. They even have sort of. Sometimes they do sort of close it off, sort of for I don't know legal purposes. I don't know. But yeah, that'll probably be part 1. See you guys in the next part. Okay, let's move on. So yeah, I bought The Boys on Blu-ray. Yeah, I mean, I don't have Prime, so this was a way to watch it for me. And yeah, thankfully Sony Pictures came through and put this on Blu-ray. You know, it's really nice when they do that kind of stuff, because it's, you know, even though, well, if you have Prime, they probably will always exist there, right? Probably, but I mean, the thing is that I don't know for sure. At the same time, it's like the ownership is nice. Let's just say, yeah. And yeah, I have actually watched this now, like fully, and I think I probably will be trying to pick up the rest. because I kind of want more. Because this is fun, a very interesting sort of concept, sort of maybe sort of anti almost superhero thing. And I don't know, like on some areas, you sort of start to think just to yourself like, well, that's kind of a good point, because you watch like Avengers and Justice League and that kind of stuff, and obviously like they are superheroes, but like they're like somehow just better than everyone else. Like none of them sort of gives into a little bit corruption, because like hell, like you watch, I don't know, check the Marvel stuff, right? I mean, if it wasn't for Stark, like the Avengers would be like mechanics and stuff like that. Like they would have normal jobs, but they don't, because all Stark pays the bills. So yeah, but yeah, cool. Anywho, like it's fun. I want more, and I probably will pick it up. So yeah, entire first season on 3 discs for me to own. Now I hope, and because obviously some of the old Netflix show Daredevil, Jessica Jones, that kind of stuff. They did some, but then they kind of stopped, and you know, and at the moment, Disney they have started to put some of their streaming shows specifically on, home video, right? Mandalorian, you know, Loki, and so on. And now Daredevil's coming back. Does that mean we're open for it to get this again? I hope so. Yes, I hope so. So yeah, that's that. Moving on to some figures, because it can't be one of my hauls without some figures. Let's go with this one first, right? WWE Elite Billy Gunn from the Vault. From the Vault, right? And if you don't know, from the Vault, it's sort of their I don't know, because obviously, like, if you didn't know, right? Like, Mattel has had the WWE license for quite a while. I think I remember seeing some of the first prototypes in like 2008 or 9. It's quite a while ago, and a lot has changed for the better. I would say, for the most part, for the better. And the Vault series is a ringside exclusive, right? And they're not hard to get or anything like that, so don't worry. I think this is still available, so But effectively, they're sort of just remastering, if that makes sense. Sort of some old releases that some of them are kind of hard to get because they're kind of expensive and whatnot. And having them now with the more modern sort of I don't know, aesthetics or modern sort of advancement, shall we say? True effects, right? Interchangeable hands, right? You have pinless double elbows, right? Like if you can potentially see, whatever, maybe not. But yeah, only really sort of maybe difference outside of that is the packaging. Because obviously, as you can see, this is pretty standard sort of squared box, right? If you're if you're a minting box collector, this is perfectly fine. The original one was sort of more sort of hourglass shaped, like a lot of the old Elites, which is probably incredibly impractical, just sort of logistically, but they're kind of fun. So I mean, I don't know. Likeness wise, though, like I mean, I can see him. I can see Billy Gunn, even though I could also say Till Lindemann from Rammstein. So I don't know. Yeah, but hey, that's that. Yeah, this is my first Billy Gunn figure, period. So this was an easy buy for me. So hey, if you were curious about the lineup for this wave, we got Paul Heyman, Rikishi, Road Dogg, Undertaker, Billy Gunn himself, A. Shawn Michaels, A. Diesel, and Eddie Guerrero. Yeah, typical sort of stats there, names, heights, titles. Yeah. Yeah, cool. That is that. Next one is the Sandman, or Sandman. First time in the line. Yeah, this is more sort of standard, current, probably like last year now, WWE Mattel lineup. Look, the format, you don't like the reduced plastic, but you still have it, so it's kind of a thing. But yeah, I mean, again, I don't have a Sandman, so again, easy buy for me. There was a chase of this as well, with more sort of stars and stripes or pants and whatnot, but like, I didn't think sort of that extra look was worth the extra price, so it's like, it's fine, I'm good. And you know, cans of definitely not alcohol, and some barbed wire in the again, it's kind of fun to see, like, obviously, the A+ thing, like this is gonna have to go next to Spider-Man. Like, they can't put like, alcohol and spiky pointy things in a toy section, so you probably have to work that out somehow, which is kind of fun. Because obviously, because I bought like the Lucha Bros from Boss Fight, and they do also have barbed wire, and those were kind of pointy, like nowhere near the same level of safety standards. So great. They also come with like a light tube, so I mean, easy dub. But yeah, this would also include a Cody Rhodes, a Finn Balor, a Ricochet, a Tony D'Angelo, and a Trish Stratus. And yeah, I mean, none of the other ones were sort of super like us on Cody, right? Because I saw him. The plan, even from this order, was to get the Ultimates version. But the thing is that Mattel has now moved, finally, like, thank you, Jesus. Like, finally, they are going to replace the ankles. Because, like, Elite ankles are notoriously awful. Yeah, so that's great. So I kind of hope that they're probably going to do more, because they have already done like, a lot of Codys. So I am very confident that they will make more. Trish, oh my god, that's a difficult. Trish Stratus. I mean, she deserves an Ultimate, right? Surely. She's had some basics and some elites, actually recently. But like, they don't quite get it right. The likeness doesn't get quite there, and that kind of stuff. But I hope like an Ultimate. I think she deserves it, right? Legend and all that. But yeah, I refuse to believe that this man is 193, almost 2 meters. Bullshit. That's some bullshit in my opinion. But anyway, yeah, yep. Very, very happy. Last but not least, old Double J Jeff Jarrett. This is a AEW thing from Jazzwares specifically, but sort of everything's on my own mind's eye. I have more of a relationship with this guy from his days in TNA, and this is like colors and shapes and patterns and whatnot being what they are. Like, they changed, I'm sure, but like, this looks like sort of like he hasn't changed that much. Like, this is the recent sort of his sort of later career. This is sort of like the coat, like the trunks and that kind of stuff. This looks like Jeff Jarrett. This could be TNA Jeff Jarrett, and you wouldn't notice probably. So yeah, that's fine. Also kind of funny because AEW seems to be making every fucking mistake TNA did. Oof. And look what they are now. Look what they are now. Anywho, yeah, very sort of funkydelic, prism-looking background, and the figure is, in my opinion, like likeness-wise and stuff, it's pretty decent. I'd say. I mean, it's of course, Jazzwares have had like. I say sort of a let's have this conversation, shall we? This is like the nearest competitor, right? The elite line, and it's kind of a fun part because, well, to be fair, elites, they did have well, how do I frame this? Mattel did sort of evolve that line over time. They did not stagnate completely, right? But they sort of slowly rolled out like new features. Like, true effects, right? Like interchangeable hands and that kind of stuff. But I think when Jazzwares entered wrestling, sort of that, I think that they sort of had to catch up quickly, because if you just look at this side by side, this is not a good example. This is a store exclusive. This is a ringside exclusive. This is a sort of standard retail release. But like, Jazzwares has amazing packaging, like amazing packaging. I think I have one somewhere. Maybe I'll put it in. Yeah, they sort of resemble sort of the classic superstars that Jax did, which makes sense considering who actually controls that stuff. But yeah, like double elbows. Elites for the longest time had single jointed elbows. Is that a big deal? For some people, there are. Some people you can just say, well, add value. But these were at the same shelf next to each other for the same price. That is, yeah, that's a very sort of, like, in your face, very clear. Like, this is our nearest competitor. We gotta sort of change that if we can. That being said, like, that gap is closing, and what Mattel has been good at is still the case. Like, in my opinion, just highly subjective, I think Mattel does better faces than Jazzwares. I think so. I don't know. But yeah, like, now, like, say Mattel has pinless elbows, Jazzwares still has pins. Is it a big deal? I don't think so, but it does look cleaner, so, and like, there are pins, and then there are like Jazzwares pins, so yeah. And and obviously, like, Elites now are getting the new ankles, which are finally, again, I cannot stress that enough. Like, those ankles has to go. Like, they were so bad. They were like, they haven't changed like since day one. There's a tiny bit of rocker instead of like the proper sort of Marvel Legends ankle pivot that you are, I'm sure you are very familiar with. Absolutely dreadful. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, I'm very happy. Is there a problem? Yeah, cool. Like, yep. Very, very happy. I definitely do think there are like figures, because I was gonna get also, like, spoilers. I was gonna get like Jay White from Jazzwares, but I wasn't, because they originally had some prototype images for the most part, and they sort of specifically said includes molded jacket. That means plastic jacket. I don't like them, right? And they also had a sort of store exclusive that has a soft good, but the color was just weird to me. So just like, but no, it does include a soft good jacket, and now I missed out, and I'm annoyed. So yeah, anywho, moving on. And for the last part, most of this came today, so this should be the final because it's already too much. So yeah, it's just the sound. Yeah, let's get the music out of the way so I can just mostly rest of these figures. Yeah, got the well, not the newest by any means, but new for me. Let's just say that, of the Real Mackenzies. Right, Oot in the Boot. I mean, it's sort of a punk band from Canada. Canadians that think they're Scottish. It's kind of funny. But yeah, like, if you like bagpipes and sort of guitars at the same time, check it out. I have like 3 or 4 albums of them, so it's not a new by any means. But yeah, yeah, cool. And before we start off, because I wanna to, yeah, whatever. Yeah, these are now open, right? And yeah. His arm, his hand is like loose as all hell, as you can probably see. Not great, but yeah. I also, because I get this like stands from Ringside. Like, you can buy them in bulk basically, so they're actually kind of nice. And unfortunately, they have this different pegs for the Jazzwares line. I think their holes like slightly different, so you can't use the same one. So it's, yeah, but these are work pretty well. make them nice and sturdy. Got the Assman himself, and then we got the Sandman. Yeah, cool. Anywho, moving on. This is so much shit. Goddamn. Let's go. Yeah. Biker Mice from Mars. Yes. Your eyes do not deceive you. Here's the story. This is kind of my generation. I know people would say, well, it wouldn't. Isn't Turtles your anthropomorphic thing? No, it's Biker Mice. Did watch the cartoons, yes. I even had some of the old toys, which I think was made by Gloob at the time. Yeah, if you sort of were to judge by this Nacelle logo, which really meant to be looking like the Gloob thing. But yeah, like I had all of them, but none of the bikes, and now they're making the bikes. Oof. Yeah, unfortunately though, like for the rest of them, I didn't have sort of the I had some of the variants basically. So I had like Modo and Vinny. One looked like a baseball player. One looked like a basketball player. One looked like an American football player. So at the time, didn't really matter. As I got older, and you sort of want, even at the time, I think I wanted the ones that were on TV, right? But I mean, they kind of did cycle through them a lot to make new versions, so it's similar to things like the Turtles. So it's yeah. But yeah, this is sort of a this is basically, I mean, it is essentially is a modern version of those old figures, effectively, like modern articulation, modern sort of the scale and whatnot. But so that is very similar. Aside from, because yeah, just say if you actually can remember, right? They have these like antennas on their head because they're from Mars, obviously. Yeah, but yeah, the old ones used to have sort of springs in them, so that when you put on the helmets, they will sort of just go down, and then you can right. These do not. So they instead give you several different types of heads instead to house them all. So it's, I don't know, which I kind of like, because those were like gimmicky, and you saw so many that were broken off. No, not me though, because I did, well, that's a lie. But yeah, mine were fine. So anywho, yeah, got all of them, right? Moto, Vinny, and they all are different, right? They look like different sort of body styles. So you don't just reusing, which I think the other ones were very similar. To just, for the most part, at least. But yeah, like, and they are doing those exact variants now, and they're doing the bikes. So yeah, this is a line to pay attention to, at least for me. So yeah, Throttle. Yep. So some reviews of it as well. It's like, yeah, this seems like they seem like they have done their jobs. Let you say that. Now for some, yeah, let's do this one last, maybe. Yeah, and then we'll try to save time. This video, I think, it's gonna be long enough already. Yeah, both of these. Well, this actually I bought this locally, so it's nice. This one as well. Didn't have to get them off a big battery or nothing. Or nothing. That's a bad thing. But like, if you can get it locally, you should, because lines of reasons. But yeah, Guile and Cammy. I think, well, I already have a Cammy from the figure art line. But she has the camo on. That's different, right? The magic of being a figure collector. Justifying it to yourself. But yeah, very different. Like, so I already have Ken and Dalsim. So that's something. So yeah, I am sort of not a completionist, but at least I do sort of pay attention. Let's just say. I probably will get Vega when that one comes out. Just looking at that, it's like, yeah, I kind of want Vega, and I kind of want E Honda. Yeah, cool beats. Very nice figure. Yeah, let's see if I can readjust, because my God, and I will have that. Yeah, I'll bag it up. smart man would edit this out, but you know, do I look like a smart person? Okay, moving on. The only DC multiverse figure, that being Mr. Terrific. Yeah, I've been. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. I've been hoping for Mr. Terrific for a long time. Because, I mean, the metal one were pretty good in my opinion. But you know how I feel about plastic, you know, jackets and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's not great. So, I also think that the metal one, the DCUC, DC Universe Classic, that wasn't obvious. It's kind of rare now, so we have to kind of pay out the ass for it. So, but yeah, here's this one. This looks solid in my opinion. So yeah, and it even has the new sort of interchangeable faceplates, which have sort of started to become more common, I think, because obviously, at least for Western, I'm not gonna say domestic, because again, it doesn't make any sense to me. Let's say Western manufacturers generally interchangeable heads is usually what they go for, not faces. But now you start to see them, right? NECA doing something, McFarlane doing something. So it's like, yeah, it's kind of cool, kind of interesting. So yeah, soft goods jacket. Just that made it better than the metal one, in my opinion. And all everything else, you know, accessories and collectible cards and stands and yeah. Yep. Very, very happy. I have too much stuff. Oh, Jared's guitar is broken again. It's too much. Let's do that one last just to finish it off. Yeah. I don't know if you have heard about this line, The Legend of Lucha Libre from Boss Fight. This is their premium line, if that makes any sense, because they are doing sort of their Fanaticos, which are kind of more sort of, you can sort of compare them to Mattel's sort of basic line, but they're slightly better, so it's sort of ballpark, it basically that. But yeah, they're, this has a premium sort of, I'm not sure this has a official name other than just their premium line. But yeah, Laredo Kid. This has been on pre-order for me for I don't know how long. Feels like years, honestly. And yeah, like because I've seen Laredo Kid on TV a few times. He was actually signed with Impact for quite a while, and then he didn't. But now he shows up sort of here and there. I guess they have a bit of a working relationship. That is what it is. Very happy though that they went with the fabric cape, because I was a bit worried because I saw some of the promo shots and it looked kind of like plastic, and I hate plastic capes. Hate them. So stupid. Yeah. So I think the body I think is very similar to the Ray Phoenix that they also made a while ago. So it's kind of like, yeah. I mean, and they're decent bodies. So at least, you know, very, very nice. Very, very nice at all. So yeah, Laredo Kid. Yeah. So anywho, figures galore on this one. Good God. Yeah, and the other one from this series, wave rather, Taya Valkyrie. I think when I put this on pre-order, I think she was still with TNA or Impact at the time. Then she went WWE. Back to Impact, and now she's in AEW for a while. I don't know where she is now. Like that's how long ago this figure went up. I mean, I guess there was like a pandemic in there between there, and you know, there was a small company, and you know, whatever. It is a thing. But yeah, basically, I'm a fan. So I really enjoyed her time there. So yeah, very, very nice. The likeness, I mean, maybe a bit cartoony, but I can totally see her. You know, if I can readjust. Yeah, I mean, she has very defined facial features anyway, so it's very sort of shouldn't be that hard. I don't think so. usually when they get very soft, sort of, then it gets a problem. Becomes a problem with it. Stapler, a couple extra hands. The dog, I think she has a different name on it. I don't know, it's as Mr. Mundo, so that's what I'm gonna go with. Extra head with some battle damage on it, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, tons of new sculpts. Cause this, I was thinking that maybe they're gonna just sort of paint it on, use Lady Marvia's body and then paint stuff on. Like every bit of it is sculpted, like the straps thing, the part of her whole thing, like very a lot of different stuff. So they spared no expense on this one, which I'm very happy about, because the end result speaks for itself. Yes, very nice. And last but not least, yes, wait, last, yeah, okay. It's very late when I want to tune this last part. Can you tell? This will be the last one, and this will make very little sense to anyone that isn't local. Again, this is the first for a lot of different ways. One, I have. If you went like this, you bought Legos? What of it? No, it's Cobi. Sort of a. If we call it a small competitor to Lego, obviously nowhere near as large. But I mean, Lego didn't make this vehicle, so yeah, this kind of a very famous here locally, movie and all that, stop motion from the 70s something, highly regarded. Do they have the original somewhere? I don't think they do. No, they don't. Made in Poland, that's different. But that's kind of nice also, though, having it figured like this and made in China. Just like, you can make stuff here. Yeah. Congratulations with the first building set of this car, Il Tempo Gigante. My answer to the Italian Ferrari. Somehow that makes sense. But yeah, huge brand here, obviously. But we're not very good at merchandising over here, honestly. If this was a US property, you would have gotten like tons of stuff by now. And there was some, but not a lot. So it's fun. We get sort of a figure of some kind. That's kind of great. So yeah, first Cobi, first building set of this period. I think I got some plushies of the. So here, unfortunately, like they use these two characters specifically from the newer movies. They have made some newer ones, but they are not the original. The original look kind of janky, but they have more texture, which is kind of cool. So it's, anyway, yeah, will make no sense at all. But if you have seen it, what do you think about it? I think it's pretty good. It's kind of classic, very silly, but yeah. Grand Prix, yeah. They actually have made sort of a life-size one somewhere. I don't remember where, but I think, yeah. Very shiny. That's it. That should be the last part of this haul of February 2025. If you like this video, cool. If you didn't, I'm not gonna hold it against you. Yeah, see you guys. Later.